Hello and welcome to Courts Today by LiveLaw. Let's get to today's top legal updates. Supreme Court halts 2-shift NEET-PG 2025. Orders 1 shift for fairness. No fundamental right to choose retirement age, says Supreme Court. Supreme Court starts contempt case against journalist for remarks on judge. Supreme Court quashes rape case. Cites woman's manipulative and vindictive chats. Supreme Court flags obsolete crypto laws. Calls for new regulations. Supreme Court rebukes advocate over police complaint against SCBA election panel. Supreme Court cancels bail in Bengal post-poll violence. Slams attempt to terrorize opponents. I'm your host Syed Amir Hussain with your daily roundup of legal updates from across the country. For detailed reading, you can always visit www.livelaw.in. Please make sure to watch this video till the very end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel because your support means the world to us. LiveLaw Premium subscription starts at just Rs 1099 plus GST. Subscribe now. The Supreme Court has stepped in and told the National Board of Examinations hold NEET-PG 2025 in 1 shift, not 2. The court said conducting the exam in 2 shifts creates unfairness because the difficulty level can never be exactly the same. Even if marks are normalized, there is still room for bias. The NBE claimed they lacked enough exam centers and infrastructure, but the court did not buy it. In a country with such advanced technology, this excuse is unacceptable, the bench said. They questioned why a simple MCQ exam even needs to be online, especially when NEET-UG taken by more students is held in a single shift. The petitioners had argued that holding 2 shifts makes merit take a back seat to luck and violates the right to equality under Article 14. They pointed out that in NEET-PG 2024, the second shift was reportedly easier, creating clear disparities. Rejecting all excuses, the Supreme Court has made it clear: 1 shift, 1 paper, 1 level playing field. NEET-PG 2025 is scheduled for June 15th. And this order could change how lakhs of future doctors write their exam. The Supreme Court has ruled that employees do not have a fundamental right to choose their retirement age, which is a policy decision to be taken by the state. The ruling came in a case where a locomotor disabled electrician challenged his retirement at 58, arguing that visually impaired employees were allowed to work till 60 under a government order issued in 2013. The court, led by Justices Manoj Mishra and K.V. Vishwanathan, clarified that while the appellant is entitled to the same benefits as other under the office memorandum dated 29 March 2013, those benefits would only apply till the office memorandum was withdrawn on 4th of November 2019. The appellant was retired on 18th of September 2018 but had continued working until the OM's withdrawal. The court held that although the appellant can claim service benefits and full wages from 1st of October 2018 to 4th of November 2019, he cannot demand continuation of service beyond that date. The judgment emphasized that retirement age is not an individual's right but a matter of government policy, which must still follow the equality principle under Article 14 of the Constitution. The appeal was partly allowed, granting service benefits up to the OM's withdrawal. The Supreme Court on May 30th initiated suo motu criminal contempt proceedings against digital journalist Ajay Shukla for making serious and defamatory remarks against a senior Supreme Court judge in a YouTube video. Shukla, editor-in-chief of Warprad Media, had posted content that the court found to be scathing and scandalous, likely to harm the reputation of the judiciary. A bench led by Chief Justice B.R. Gavai along with Justices A.G. Masih and A.S. Chandorkar directed YouTube to take down the controversial video. The court said that while freedom of speech is guaranteed under the Constitution, it is subject to reasonable restrictions, especially when it comes to protecting the dignity and credibility of the judiciary. The bench stated, one cannot be permitted to make defamatory and contemptuous allegations against judges which bring disrepute to the institution. The registry was directed to register the matter as a criminal contempt case and issue notice to Shukla. The court also asked Attorney General R. Venkataramani and Solicitor General Tushar Mehta to assist with the case. Though the judge's name was not mentioned in court, Shukla's recent video targeted Justice Bela M. Trivedi. The Supreme Court on May 29th quashed a rape case filed against a man accused of having sexual relations with a woman on the false promise of marriage. A bench of Justices Vikram Nath and Sandeep Mehta observed that the woman, a well-educated adult, appeared to have manipulated and vindictive tendencies. The court reviewed her chats where she admitted to using men and mentioned investing in the next victim and seeking a green card holder. She also stated that she would irritate men until they left her, so she could move on. The woman had filed multiple FIRs, one initially without full details, and another later adding serious charges including rape and caste-based discrimination under the SC/ST Act. The court found that the caste-related allegation was added only later to increase pressure on the accused. It also held that the accused was justified in backing out of the relationship upon learning of the woman's behavior, calling the FIR a bundle of lies. The court said continuing the case would be a misuse of the legal process. The case was quashed and all proceedings against the man were dismissed. The Supreme Court on May 30th highlighted the lack of clear laws and regulation around cryptocurrency in India while hearing a case involving Bitcoin extortion. A bench of Justices Suryakant, Dipankar Datta and Vijay Bishnoi remarked that current laws are completely obsolete and cannot handle such cases, calling it a grey area. They stressed the urgent need for a proper legal framework to regulate cryptocurrency. The case involved Gujarat-based Shailesh Babulal Bhatt, accused in Bitcoin-related fraud cases across states. His lawyer, senior advocate Mukul Rohtgi, argued that Bhatt had cooperated with investigations and had not been charge-sheeted. He sought interim bail, pointing out that Bhatt had lodged FIRs against police officials for extortion and was later implicated in new cases. The Enforcement Directorate, however, opposed bail, saying Bhatt was uncooperative and the case involved serious extortion. They also mentioned that non-KYC compliant crypto wallets are hard to trace, complicating investigations. The court decided to take up the matter in July and asked authorities to complete their probe in the meantime. The judges reiterated their earlier concern over unregulated crypto trading being prone to misuse like Hawala. The Supreme Court on May 30th sternly addressed Advocate Dr. Mukutnath Verma over his police complaint against members of the Supreme Court Bar Association Election Committee. A bench of Justices Suryakant and Dipankar Datta warned that if Verma fails to appear in person at the next hearing, coercive steps will be taken. The matter arose in the SCBA versus BD Kaushik case, where the court is reviewing issues related to SCBA election reforms. Earlier on May 27th, the court found no foul play in SCBA president election but took serious note of Verma's complaint to Tilak Marg police station. The complaint accused election committee members, senior advocates Vijay Hansaria, Jitendra Mohan Sharma and Mahalakshmi Pavani of helping certain candidates win for personal gain. When asked to appear in court, Verma expressed fear for his safety, claiming he was fighting against powerful people. However, Justice Kant insisted that Verma must appear physically and asked him to file an affidavit confirming that he lodged the complaint and believed its contents to be true. The court hinted that Verma would be made accountable for misusing legal processes. The Supreme Court on May 29th cancelled the bail granted by the Calcutta High Court to 5 men accused in a post-poll violence case in West Bengal. The accused were allegedly part of a mob that attacked a BJP supporter's home on May 2, 2021, the day election results were announced. The attackers reportedly assaulted the man, looted and vandalized his home, and attempted to rape his wife. The Supreme Court called the incident a serious attack on democracy, saying the crime shocked the conscience of the court. The court noted that the local police refused to register the FIR, which showed the influence of the accused in the area. The FIR was later registered by the CBI as per the High Court's order to investigate post-poll violence cases involving murder or crimes against women. The accused were arrested in November of 2022 but later granted bail by the High Court in early 2023. The Supreme Court found sufficient evidence showing the accused were part of the violence and were not cooperating in the trial. The court ordered them to surrender within 2 weeks and directed the trial to be completed within the 6-month period.